What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we're going to be talking about none other than Bt-10 cross encounters. Well, speculating with it, I figured this would be a fun little video to see, like, at the start with no information or anything like that, besides thinking that everybody is laying on to the idea that it's going to be exo cross, or cross encounters, or fusion, basically, on our side. So let's dive into the video. So what I'm going to speculate is possibly the 3 secrets of this set. And then I'm going to speculate possibly what we might be seeing for card styles in the shape of X Encounter if they go in the Digimon Fusion route. So I think they will, since it is cross encounters, Exo Cross or Fusion for us. So I want to thank Jason Snowjacks for just presenting this information, being able to translate it. It's found on Twitter as well. But things that I want to talk about, if they go the route that I think they are, they'll probably take either from Digimon Cross Wars, the manga, which has a lot of big, powerful boss Digimons in themselves, and it does revolve around Shoutmon, but they'll also use Digimon Fusion itself, the anime. So there's going to be a lot of potential here. I think there's a strong hindrance that we might see this full set be very interesting. And nope, that's not it. We'll talk about Shoutmon in general himself. So Shoutmon has a very interesting thing going on in Digimon Fusion that lets him combine with a bunch of Digimon that just makes new forms, either stronger versions. This one, even just Shoutmon X2s, we'll get X3, X4s, X4K, where it's fusioning with a bunch of Digimon that'll have a lot more probably beneficial effects. Any added weaponry or anything like that, it's going to be quite interesting. Either they could go in a couple routes, but I don't fully know what they're planning because I'm not part of their committee. But I can kind of get an idea what they might be planning through some of their cards, some of their other works and stuff like that. But Shoutmon has so many forms and fusionings that it might be very interesting to see what they plan to do. Do I think they're going to put every Digimon in fusion in this set and make it a full set like that? No. I think we're going to see a lot of different Digimon, and it'll be quite interesting to see. But Shoutmon's forms like Shoutmon Star Sword, Star Wheel, then you have Drill Cannons, Sonic Sparrow, which is Sparrowmon, and Shoutmon. Just a very interesting combination. And we kind of have, like, from Axmon as well. I think we're going to see a very good lineup for Axe Knightmon having a fusion kind of esque line, because again, Bargramon is one of the big bads of the anime. So we'll finally get Bargramon in the set for sure if we are going into fusion, which will finally clear up that, you know, Axe Knightmon and Dark Knightmon, Skull Knightmon, all that kind of good stuff that we've been waiting for a good while. But we also do have, you know, our Greymon lines as well. We also have a special Greymon specifically to fusion, so we could definitely see some value out of that. But let's go over what I'm hypothesizing here. So we kind of know that basically that Shoutmon is going to be the base focus, mostly in red. I feel like he'll get like hybrid domination, similar to what I feel like his forms are going to do is, let's say, Shoutmon Star Sword. It'll be what Starmon is colored, which is yellow, and then it'll have a red for, it'll be a dual color card, probably a level 3 or a level 4, and then it'll have this here, which is Digievolution for 1 from Rise Greymon. But what I'm theorizing here is that it's going to basically say Shoutmon for 1, depending on the level, and then it'll have also the option for its star counterpart, which would possibly play into something very interesting. So what could possibly happen here is that all the Shoutmons have a similar when Digivolving effect that Shoutmon DX has, or any of these fusion Shoutmon Star Sword. So when Digivolving, you may place one Digimon from your hand, red Digimon from your hand at the top of the Digivolution cards. Then for each, this Digimon will have an effect. Well, what would probably happen with, let's say, Digimon Shoutmon Star Sword, which let me get there, which could possibly happen here, is that the Starmon might be able to be put in through the effect, and then you'll gain another effect because now they're combined. It'll be either allowing you to put the Shoutmon in or the Starmon, depending on which one you Digivolve on top of, so that it conjoins properly and allows you to have effects, allowing Starmon to get another printing, which would give us a new effect based on whatever they want to do for inheritables. And it would benefit for the Shoutmon here because unless it has advance already in Blitz, which it might not have these Shoutmon fusions, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do have Blitz. I feel like that's kind of like their go-to, is Blitz is going to be their way for Shoutmon, but I don't feel like all the cards should have Blitz, because if they give Blitz to every color, diversifying Shoutmon is just going to become ridiculous, and everybody will just tech splash Shoutmon, and you'll just get these weird dynamics. But I feel like that's how they're going to handle it, is just like Digievolution from X to like Shoutmon, and then you can Digivolve X from Starmon if it's Star Sword, and it'll allow you to take the piece you need, put it underneath, and now giving you a bunch of new inheritables and have a bunch of new effects that make them a little bit stronger and tankier. And I don't see them being like you have to have both on field. I feel like it's going to be either from hand and do it, unless they want to do field, then it'll be lower costs, just allow you to play these combined, because I can't see us always slamming down a Shoutmon and then going into the fusion and making it like a Jagras. I feel like if they did that, Shoutmon has way too many forms to Jagras like that, and then you're just going to be starting with a Shoutmon rookie level 3, and then you're just going to have these fusion Jagrases, and if they make it like that, like Jagras, you're going to have issues where it's going to be more rushed style decks of Jagras. And I don't think lower level they're going to do it, but they could make a typo and just make this keyword fusion, and it would change up instead of being Jagras. So that's another possibility. But there's also this possibility here where we have, let's say, Dark Knightmon is, we take one Skull Knightmon, so you may trash all Digievolution cards from one of your Deadly Axemon, place that Digievolution at the bottom of this Digievolution card to Digivolve this into a Dark Knightmon from your hand without paying its memory cost. So we'll get to put Deadly Axemon underneath him while trashing all sources, and then warp into its bigger form, which is another possibility if they keep it all cheap. I think the 4 cost is a really nice way of keeping it fair. And especially since we're going to get the power boost and stuff like that, we'll also have like Cavalier mode like this card here. So it's like this card is treated as Skull Knightmon and Deadly Axemon. This Digimon gains jamming, cannot be, and gains blocker until the opponent's next turn. Just very interesting mechanic, just being able to Digivolve for one on top of. So it's going to be quite interesting what they plan to do with these kind of things, because we did get X Antibody, so it's a start where they needed to give. It's weird because you want them to give the proper stuff to it, but it's going to be a weird dynamic, what I'm thinking. And what do you guys think of what they're planning to do? Would you think I'm on the right track? Maybe I'm off-putting, but it's a possibility. Now let's talk about the secrets that I feel like. We already know it's going to be, if it is a fusion set, it's going to be Shoutmon X7F Superior Mode. This is going to be your secret of the set. I feel like that is your guaranteed one of these secrets is this one. Just because he is the end-all be-all fusion of every Digimon. He's going to be a white card, level 7. Probably have the rainbow claws that it'll be similar to Suzanomon. And it just, boom. It'll probably have Advance or Blitz or something like that, giving every deck like a level 7 that can Blitz for game, which would be very interesting to see. What I can also see happening is we also have Mega Darkness Bargramon. So this is the final boss, basically, of Fusion. He's got, the fusion of Axe Knightmon with Bargramon, becoming one powerful fusion Digimon that just wrecks house. He's the big bad, and I feel like that would be its go-to. I can't see any other deck, any other secret than not him, but they can always just make him similar to, Ophanimon's and Mekumon's final form, and that was Ordinimon. They could instantly just make it a super rare. So that could possibly see what they're going to do, but I would feel like these two would be an amazing double secret, especially if they made them an art. But another possible secret I think might happen is we'll finally get Zed Millenniumon, because he does show up in the manga version. So I think that would be a great tie-in to have all three of these be like a window pane like art that we got with BT6. Make it all one thing for that. Sorry, not BT6, BT4. What would be really nice is that we get, the window pane-esque look here that we really do like. So, where it's all one image together, which I could definitely see them doing. Being Zed Millenniumon and Darkness Bargramon with Shoutmon X7 Superior Mode. I feel like that's a great way of going into it. Yes, that would mean black and purple kind of get probably 2 extra colors this set, but I think that's a good stepping stone. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments, and I would love to hear from you. And what do you think about this style of video where I kind of try to figure out what they might be thinking about? I find it a little bit of fun and just quite interesting. So let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.